guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be working a little bit with sublimation. For Christmas my husband bought me the Sawgrass SG1000, which is really awesome because I've been wanting a sublimation printer for a while. I actually told him that I was planning to get an Epson and convert it to a sublimation printer, but I guess he decided that was going to be too much work, so he decided to get me the SG1000, which is really awesome. If you don't know anything about the SG1000, it can print up to I believe 11 by 17 inch paper, and then you can also get an add-on that goes in the back, and it can print, I believe, 13 by 19. So you can print pretty large prints to sublimate, so that's really cool. Right now I just have the 8.5 by 11 paper that we're working with today, so just the standard size. So if you have the SG500 or you're planning to get the SG500, this will work with that too. So I'm just going to do something simple today. I'm just going to do just a simple t-shirt with a graphic that I created myself in Canva. So I'm not going to go through like the Sawgrass Creative Studio or anything like that because I did just get this, so I'm kind of just learning all of that myself. So hopefully this helps you guys a little bit. You guys can kind of see the process of how you use the SG1000, and if you're thinking about purchasing one or even the SG500, that'll help with this too. So let's begin. Okay, so I am on my computer and I am about to upload my graphic so that I can print it out on the printer. One thing I want to say about this, the SG1000, and apparently this is for the SG500 as well, from what I researched. It doesn't print out your graphic right away. It takes a little bit of time to communicate from the computer to your printer. So you're gonna think that when you hit print that nothing's going on, but really it's just taking a very long time to communicate. I'm not sure why it takes so long, but trust me, it is working. It just takes a while for some odd reason. And I'm sorry, I don't know if you can see the computer all that well, but I'm gonna try the best that I can to angle it so that you can at least see a little bit. While I'm doing this, my heat press is heating up so that we can just, once this prints out, we can just get right to printing the graphic right on the shirt. So I'm just gonna go into my galleries section, and then I'm gonna choose images, and then I'm just gonna click upload, and I'm gonna upload my own image. Now the Sawgrass Creative Studio does have graphics and images that you can use. I just create my own, or I buy my own from Etsy, so I haven't used any of those features yet, but that is an option if you are not someone who likes to create your own graphics. And so now I have my graphic on there, and you can kind of adjust it to however, you can adjust it to whatever dimensions that you'd like. This is for a toddler shirt, so and right here it'll show you how many inches that your graphic is. I'm thinking I'm going to do about maybe 6.5 inches. Okay, so now that I have my image the size that I want, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try to get this closer so you guys can see a little bit. I don't know how to do screen record on my laptop yet, so just bear with me while I try to show you this way on the laptop. So now that I have this the size that I want, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna save it in case I want to use it again. And then I'm gonna go ahead and click print. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and print this out, and hopefully I'm zoomed in enough for you guys to see. So now I'm just kind of adjusting the printer settings. I have my printer, which is the SG1000, and then you can choose your paper tray, and then you can go ahead and choose the size of your paper. Mine is going to be 8.5 by 11. And it automatically will put mirror on there for you, so you don't have to worry about mirroring it. And then you can put what type of blank that you are going to be sublimating on. So I'm going to be sublimating on a polyester t-shirt, so I'm going to put polyester. And then you can put the brand of paper that you're using. I'm using the Text Print R. And then you can adjust the color and quality, but I'm just gonna leave that there. And then you're gonna click print, and this is when it starts to slow down a little bit. Like I said, it takes a while to communicate with the printer. So what you're gonna see is just this and nothing else. And it's just communicating with your printer. You're not gonna hear it print out right away. So now we just wait a few minutes while it prints. While this is printing, I thought I might just show you the kind of paper that I'm using. It's the Text Print R, 8.5 by 11. My husband got a couple of these for me for Christmas with the printer, but I know that you can get these on Amazon. I just ordered 11 by 17 paper of the same brand on Amazon, and it comes with 110 sheets of paper. I'm not sure how much he paid for this, but he bought 2 of these. I bought the 11 by 17, and that was, I believe, $31 for about the same amount of sheets, so not a bad price. And you do want to use sublimation paper. I know a lot of people use just regular print paper, but you do want to use sublimation paper if you are selling these items, just because it's going to give you the best quality. Okay, so my image is printing out, and I'm just getting everything ready so that we can press it onto the t-shirt. And you want to make sure that you have something to cover the top and the bottom of your heat press, so that none of the ink gets on your top and bottom of your printer, or of your heat press, not your printer. I'm just going to lint roll this really quick. This is a very important step when you're doing sublimation, because the lint will it will turn a different color than your image if it gets stuck in your sublimation print image. So you definitely want to lint roll this first. And then you want to go ahead, I'm going to thread mine. You want to go ahead and get the moisture out and do a pre-press. Just for about 5 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and get my image off here. So like I said, this is just something I designed, but you can buy your images on Etsy if you want, or you can use this, if you have the SG 500 or 1000, you can use the Sawgrass Creative Studio. You can either use the free version, or they have a paid for version, and you can design design your images on that. So that's my image, and the color will look a lot more vibrant once you press it on the shirt. I'm going to use some heat tape, and I'm going to put the image where I want it first before I even put it on the heat press. If you want, you can cut the excess white away. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I cut away the excess, and then I'm going to go ahead and place this on the image, or place this on the t-shirt where I want it with some heat tape, and then I will be right back. Now that I have my image right where I want it on the t-shirt, you can actually kind of see through. You want to make sure you take your white space on the paper into account when you do your 2 or 3 fingers down from the neckline. And then you just want to make sure that everything is centered. And I just kind of eyeballed mine. This is for my daughter, so I didn't do my normal crease in the middle. I kind of just eyeballed it. This is just for testing purposes. I'm not going to sell this or anything, so it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. So I'm going to place this on my heat press, and then I'm going to put, this is just a piece of cardstock underneath. You can use cardboard as well, but since this is a toddler t-shirt, I don't need anything too large. And then you want to make sure that it is all the way on your heat press. I'm using a small craft heat press, the pink press. You want to make sure that your image is all the way into the heat press, and that there's no gaps, because you just want to get this, you want to get the whole image all at once instead of doing it in parts, because sometimes that can leave weird lines. If you need to do it that way because your heat press is too small and it's unavoidable, it can be done, but it's easier to just do it all in one press. I actually am using the pink press today, which is a really great starter heat press if you're just using it for crafting, or you're just starting your business and you don't need a bigger heat press. My husband actually did buy me a bigger heat press for Christmas, so I will do a video on that. I got the Stahl's A to Z heat press, so I will be able to do larger sublimation images and press them all at one time, or the image all at one time, instead of doing it in parts like I would normally do on my pink press, which I still love. It's perfect for something like this where you're just doing a small shirt. But that's what I'm using today, is the pink press. And I'm going to go ahead and protect my platen up here from the ink. And with sublimation, you want to use firm pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure. So this is going to be firm pressure. You want to adjust your pressure. You want to do that before you put your shirt down and everything. I did not, but it just so happens that the pressure is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do 400 for 40 seconds with firm pressure. I'm just going to take a peek underneath and make sure that it sublimated the way that I wanted before I take it all the way off. I'm going to leave it down for just a little bit longer. I think my pressure needed to be just a tad bit more firm. I think that should be good. And one of the reasons it's a good idea to use the heat tape is so that there is no ghosting. If you don't know what ghosting is, it's when your image moves a little bit on the heat press and you kind of have like a smeared image. So the heat tape will help with that. And we're just gonna peel this off. And I did have I did have a little ghosting because I took it off and then put it back under. It actually, this is our transferred image. So you can see it's a little bit lighter than it was when I first showed you. And you could use this again. It's not going to be as vibrant as the first time you use it, but you could absolutely use this again. It's one of the good things about having quality sublimation paper is that you could press this again and it would just be a lighter, more faded image. So I'm probably going to use this again, maybe make the kids a little Valentine's pillow, and then it won't matter, you know, if it's a little bit more faded. And then here is how the shirt turned out. Turned out super cute. And you can just see all the colors are really vibrant. The lighting is not the best, so I don't know how well you can see this, but try to. You can just see everything looks almost exactly like it did on the computer. And if you're wondering what I used as a shirt blank, this is by Always Blanks. You can find them on Etsy, or they also have their own website, alwaysblanks.com. I think I just went to their website instead of the Etsy site, because I think it was like maybe 50 cents cheaper on their standalone website. So you can go to either one, whichever one you feel comfortable with, but this is how the shirt turned out. No ink smudges. You can see how quickly that was, or how quickly that went. There's no cutting or weeding or anything. And this is gonna make a nice shirt. Like I said, you can sell these if you want. You can make these just for your personal use at home. But this is just a really easy project. You know, and it takes very little time, especially if you're buying the graphic. I made this, so this took me a little longer, but if you were to just buy the graphic and print it out, it takes almost no time at all. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, make sure you comment down below. Make sure if you are interested in any Cricut crafts, sublimation, that you click the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications for every time that I do a new video. I am going to try to do videos more often in 2021. So just keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully I can get it done. I'm going to be playing around a lot with the SG1000. I'm really, really excited. And like I said, I also got a new heat press, the A to Z stalls. So I will be doing a video on that. I haven't even set it up yet. We need to get a brand new table for it. As you can see, I'm kind of working in a smaller space, so trying to work out where I'm going to put the new press, but I'm really excited to use that. So that will be a video, and I'll review that for you guys, so you guys can kind of see the difference between the craft paint press that I've been using and a bigger heat press. So look out for that video. And like I said, if you have any questions about the sublimation, I will try to answer as best as I can. I am new to this, so I don't have all the answers, but I can do the best that I can, and I look forward to making more videos with the SG1000. Thank you so much, and